I'd like to talk to you a little bit about neuroplasticity in the scripture. But before I do, I'd like to share some of my favorite verses with you. In Proverbs 23:7 says, "As a man thinks, so is he." Also in Psalm 23, it says, "He restores our soul and leads us in paths of righteousness for his name's sake." The he's referring to the good shepherd. He restores our soul, or my soul. This is our mind, will, and emotions. He leads us in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Well, those paths of righteousness for his name's sake, if we go to Psalm 19, it says, the law or the Torah of Yahuwah is perfect, converting the soul. That word Torah is the instructions for life. It is the paths of righteousness. So when we turn to the Good Shepherd, he leads us in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. And those paths of righteousness, that Torah, that instruction, restores or reconverts our soul. It points us back to the Creator. Now, this brings me to the scripture I actually want to look at. It's in the book of Joshua 1:8, where it says, "Do not let this book of the Torah depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you guard to do according to all that is written in it. For then you shall make your way prosperous and act wisely." This is all about that neuroplasticity where you're thinking upon something, you're speaking it out, and then you're finally doing it, because our thoughts become things. As we keep thinking, we actually lay down tissue, and that neural pathway gets stronger and stronger, whether it be a bad thought or a good thought. And specifically, if we're thinking on the scripture, we're gonna have success, we're gonna be prosperous, we're gonna act wisely as we keep going through the cycles of righteousness. He leads us in paths or cycles of righteousness for his name's sake. And the reason why this is so important, especially in the day and age we live, a lot of people, they may have a roadblock, and it may be from even the enemy, where there needs to be something cut off of them. Maybe they're having some sort of demonic attack, of fear, or whatever that may be, and you may have to cut off the whatever strong man may be holding them, and cast that out in the mighty name of Yahushua Messiah. And but once that's gone, there could still be this neuroplastic pathway of negative thoughts that have been anchored into the actual physiology, the actual physical body. And this is where the renewing the mind is really important. So we need to actually start thinking upon the scriptures. And as we do that, those old pathways will actually die off, and a new tissue will be laid down, and stronger network will be laid for proper thinking over fear, over whatever we're dealing. And so this is really important for having breakthrough, is this whole renewing of the mind, not just being set free from any demonic influence, but also this renewal of the mind when we align our mind with the Creator's mind, and we start walking according to His word. So this is really a key that a lot of people completely miss. They may get the breakthrough, they may say a prayer and cast something out, but they never actually meditate on the word, speak the word, and finally do it. See, Messiah says in John 8 that his true disciples will continue in his word, and they will know the truth, and the truth shall set them free. But if you don't put it into practice, just like this, if you don't put these words into practice, it's not gonna, it won't benefit you. You have to actually become a doer of the word and not a hearer only, deceiving yourselves. It tells us in Romans 2:13, it's not the hearers of the law that are justified, but the doers of the law. And so to be prosperous, you have to think upon it, you have to speak the word, and you have to do it. And this is also his Torah, the instructions for life. We must align our thinking with his thinking. We need to speak his words, and we need to walk the way he walked.